Morning. It's Tuesday, August 4th, and around the country there are schools that are opening, and they're not opening easily or safely. Plans to keep the coronavirus out of the classroom are already showing cracks. An Indiana junior high school student tested positive on the first day back after attending class for part of the day. Another student in Mississippi tested positive after the first week of classes. And Georgia's largest school district confirmed at least 260 employees have either tested positive for COVID-19 or have been exposed. So that's what we're facing. That's what we're doing. We're opening schools on time, and we got a disaster on our hands. And in areas where schools haven't started yet, the leaders are considering plans. Governor Cuomo says he'll make a decision later this week about schools in his state, whether they should plan to open or not. And I'm sure there are governors all over this country that are faced with this particular situation, wondering what to do. And I'll talk about what the experts say we should be doing. How's that for a start for the school year? Well, the health experts are urging caution, urging communities to plan, make solid plans when considering whether to send students back to school. Because when they looked at the first week, they didn't like what they saw. So now they have to start asking the question, are we willing to live with the inevitable result that can occur, where students and teachers get infected and continue to become infected? Are we willing to live with those consequences? That's what's running through the minds of the experts right now. I don't know if that's running through the minds of the governors and the people who really want this economy to open because they're scared shitless about possibly losing money. All of us have to face the fact that school districts have been debating how to accommodate educational needs and safety in a nation with more than 4.5 million cases and 153,000 deaths, right? That's the data from Johns Hopkins University. And as the new school year began for some schools this week, 60 of the 101 largest U.S. school districts had plans to start the year entirely online, while others are offering in-person classes part or full-time. Well, for my money, they should all be online until we get this thing resolved. Why do we want to take a chance with our young people? Why do we want to take a chance with our teachers, many of whom are in the class, the most susceptible grouping? You know, there's a lot of teachers that are over 50, so we have to watch out for that. We can't rush off to school. It's impossible to do something like that. It's crazy. I have listened to the stories that some of my friends and associates have told me about their grandchildren who are antsy and they're gathering together anyhow and they're anxious to get to school, and he can't see them sitting home. They can't see them sitting home and watching school on their laptops or anything. They have to be out there meeting and associating with people. Yes, that's true. All of those things are true, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous. One kid gets infected, and then all of a sudden 18 kids are suspect. Look at the party that they had on Long Island. 18 people showed up for 4th of July party. Somebody had come from somewhere, nobody knew where, how, what, when. All 18 people are infected. Is that what we're looking for? That's what we want to send kids to school? If one kid gets infected, that's a disaster. There's hundreds of people in that building. And the way this virus is going, nobody knows exactly what it's doing. It is resurging all over the world. Germany the other day had more cases than they've had 3 or 4 months, right? Australia's got people patrolling the streets because they have curfews. They don't want people gathering in the middle of the night out in the street anywhere. And we're worried about kids that might have to stay home and learn on a laptop. That's not the worst thing in the world. The worst thing in the world is watching a relative die when it could have been prevented. Is that what we want to do? We want to put students and teachers at risk, right? Because we don't believe in it? We would be in much better shape in this country if we had some balls and somebody had said, I don't give a shit what you want. You must wear a mask. We allowed people to run around without masks. And look where it's gotten us. We're leading the world in the worst statistics there are. So why don't we wake up? Let's not continue this foolishness by having people in school too early. Yeah, school is great. Social activity is great. But it's not great if you die. You know, we all thought that kids weren't going to get sick and die, but that's not true. There are teenagers who have died. There are infants who have died. So yes, the kids are probably in the less susceptible group, but why do we want to have them exposed? Why do we want to have them suffer for a couple of weeks and then, get better? That's not okay by me. I don't want anybody getting sick. Here's the basic thing in a nutshell. This is not a time to relax. This is not a time to abandon our masks. This is not a time to stop the practice of scrubbing your hands until your skin comes off. This is a time to buckle down and slow this virus down. Whether or not you believe it, the virus is winning. Yes, we keep hearing stories about the vaccines that are on the verge of coming to market, but it hasn't happened yet. Nobody's really got a cure, right? And if you believe the witch doctor that we got in the White House now, who's talking about hydroxychloroquine or whatever you call that stuff, that's nonsense. We don't have anything to fight this virus yet. So the only thing we got left with is caution. And now here's a couple of minor things that are going on in the world that might excite you. Cespedes from the Mets has quit for this season. He's done. He's not interested in playing anymore this year. He's opted out. And the Yankees have won 6 in a row. They just swept the Red Sox. I don't follow hockey too closely, but I think the Rangers are down 1-0 in the best-of-5 series. And the Islanders are up 1-0 in their best-of-5 series. So that's the inane stuff that's going on in the world. Anyhow, I'm done for today. I'll see you tomorrow.